All right. Hello, MoveEasy movers. Welcome to MoveEasy Yoga with Kathy. Today is, oh, wow, it's May 28th already, the end of May, or whenever you're watching this YouTube video. So, for props today, you'll want your trusty chair, because we are going to start out with our static rest, but we'll also be using it later, and a block or a thick book that you can stand on. The focus is going to be, among other things, in our regular stuff, on balance. We're going to do some ankle work, if we get to it, some back work, and of course, hips. Always work on hips, and just a little bit of core. So, like I said, we're going to start in our normal manner with legs up on a chair. So you can also, if you choose, put legs up a wall, have your hips against the wall, and your soles of your feet pointed towards the wall, like straight up. That's another good position. It's good if you have varicose veins or you have circulatory issues in your legs or your feet. But this is also a good one. This one puts the lower back in traction. So just a quick review. The bottom half of your legs are level with the floor. Your hips are a few inches away from the base because your hips are at neutral. So there's a natural curve in your back. Doesn't have to be a lot, just in the natural curve. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your arms are wherever they're most comfortable. You can have them in cactus pose. That can be by your hips. That can be out. It's whatever works for you. Breathe normally. Bring yourself, your awareness into your yoga space and try, the hardest for me, try to just be. Don't be thinking about what you're going to do after yoga or the errands you have to run today. Just try to just be. So here we go. 7 minutes. Okay, time is up. Now, if you choose, you can roll your tongue, stay where you are. Roll your tongue under the roof of your mouth to tighten under your chin, or not. We're going to slowly rotate our head from right to left about 6 times, cervical rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I don't know about you, but that always feels good to me. The next thing we're doing is vagus nerve reset. We're all familiar with this. Your head is stationary, facing forward. Your eyes can be open or closed. We're trying to activate the vagus nerve with our optic nerve. And how we do that is we just move our eyes, just our eyes, to the right and wait for a reaction, a sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. I've done it so often, all I have to do is think of it and I yawn. So just move your eyes to the right and wait for that reaction. Make sure you finish it. Don't rush it. Make sure that you finish whatever reaction you've got. And then your eyes come back to center. And then you move. Excuse me. Just your eyes to the left and wait for that sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. Now go ahead and do this 2 more times on each side without my cueing at your own pace. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Okay, finish up. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with my throat. So you can leave your head on your pillow or support, or you can put whatever you want back there, a sponge ball, a set of therapy balls, whatever works for you. So what we're doing here is we're going to reverse text neck. We're always looking down at our devices. At least I am. And the back part of our neck, the occipital ridge, the bony part that goes between the ears, runs along the scalp line. We want that to bend the other way rather than down. We want to press it away from our body. You can do this sitting up. You can do it lying down. You can do it when you're watching TV. So anyway, what we're going to do is press and hold about 3 or 4 times. So press, hold, and release. And you may find that you're getting the same reaction you did with the vagus nerve reset because we're still working on our vagus nerve. This makes me yawn. Press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. And one last time, press, hold, and release. Well, excuse me, good job. All right. So the breathing exercise we're going to do today, it's called 5-count breathing. It's very similar to extended exhale, except we are not extending our exhale. We're keeping it even. So basically, it's very simple. 5-count kind of tells you what it is. You inhale for 5, pause for just a second, and then exhale for 5. So you're keeping your breath even. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One last time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I discovered this one the other day, and I used it last night when I was trying to go to sleep, and it really worked. So I just thought I'd try it. So one more breathing exercise to your repertoire. So next we're doing the vacuum. Now you can keep your legs on your chair if you choose, or you can move away from your chair or couch, or move your chair away from you. Now, as far as the shape you take, that's up to you. Everybody is different. I personally like legs extended, but it can be whatever works for you. We're going to be working on our pelvic floor, trying to tighten it up a little bit. So what we're going to do is take a normal inhale and then exhale everything out of our lungs, empty our lungs, create a vacuum. You do that by pressing your belly button down towards the floor, flattening your back against the floor. That creates a vacuum in your pelvic floor area. We hold that for the count of 10 and then release. So we'll do this about 3 times. So normal inhale, and then exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs, hold it out, create your vacuum, flatten your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Give yourself a minute to get your breath back. Okay. Second vacuum. Inhale, normal inhale. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs. Create your vacuum. Flatten your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Whew. One more minute to just get yourself back to normal. And the third and last time. Normal inhale. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Create your vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. All right. Good job. Let's go ahead and come up to sitting. Take your time. We'll do our regular stretches that we do, regular warm-ups. Let me get my chair out of the way. Okay. So we're going to do our side bend. This is a time. So start on your right side, slide your hand along the mat. The other arm comes up and over. I like to pretend that I'm leaning against a wall, so everything is lined up. My arm is as high as I can get it. My elbow is. And now bring that elbow down right in front of your shoulder and extend that arm. Feel a different kind of a stretch. Oh, yes, yes, I love this stretch. All right, arm up, torso up, other side. Hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. Again, pretending that your elbow, your shoulder, your left arm, everything's leaning against that wall. Feel where you feel the stretch. I feel it right here. Now lower your arm while your elbow is directly in front of your face and your shoulder, and reach for that corner. Reach, reach, reach. Feel a different stretch. I like this stretch. And there you go. Arm up, shoulder up, torso up. I said shoulder up, just upright. And now we might want to switch our legs because you can't do that too often. We're going to do our thoracic rotation. So straight back, left arm, left hand on right knee. Right hand is behind you. This is your support. And rotate your shoulders till they're facing, or as close as possible, the short end of the mat. Make sure your back is straight. And also I need to remind myself, chin level with the floor. Now, while you're here, you've got options. You can move your head right and left. You can move your torso right and left. You can just enjoy this stretch. This is meant for the upper back, from the bra line up in the back, the thoracic spine. And come on around. That's a bone building exercise. That's why we hold it. So other side, right hand on left knee, left arm is behind you. That's your support. Straight back, rotate your shoulders, hold your head up, and remember your options. I like the neck one. I don't do the rib one so often, but it's a good one. The cervical rotation is very good. I can feel the whole symphony in my neck. And there we go. All right. So let's switch our legs again just for the heck of it. We're going to do a neck stretch now. So we're going to start with focusing on our posture. So we're sitting straight up, our back is straight, shoulders are back and relaxed. Head is upright, chin level with the floor. So we're going to start with our ear to our right shoulder. Shoulders are still relaxed. And just feel be aware of where you're feeling this. I'm feeling this on the left side of my neck. Now take your nose and move it so it's facing the floor. You're still sitting straight up. Your shoulders are still relaxed. You'll feel a different stretch. For me, it's a more intense stretch, more towards the back of the neck. Actually feels kind of good. And then move your nose to the front before you raise your head. And then we'll do the other side. Now the trick here is to keep your torso upright. It's so easy to lean when you're leaning your head, and to keep your back straight. So you're not slouching, shoulders are back and relaxed. So ear to shoulder. In fact, it's a good idea to practice this in front of a mirror so you make sure that your posture is correct. And just be aware of where you're feeling the stretch here. And I'm feeling it just right up here, top of the shoulder, side of the neck. And then your nose rotates to the floor. And this is when I start to lean, I'll be honest, because I got to watch that. And I'm feeling the stretch now all the way towards the back, top of the shoulder, side of the neck, all over the place up there. So I really like this one. And then nose forward and head up. And I have practiced this in front of a mirror. That's how come I know that I slouch, because when you're doing it, you don't always know. So I just like that neck stretch. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, and we can switch our legs again if you choose. I like doing it all the time, is shoulder shrugs. So we're going to just do right and left for 40 seconds. You can do this at your own pace. So just up and down and up and down, up and down and up and down. You don't want to go too fast on this, but you want it to be a good pace. Just straight up. We're not rotating our shoulder, just straight up, down, up, and down, and up, down. Okay. Now that we've done them individually, we're going to do them together. So again, you may want to pace yourself on this. So both up, both down, and give it a second. And then both up, both down. The only thing moving is our shoulders, both up, both down. Head is not moving, torso is not moving, just the shoulders. right. Good job. Well, that feels good. Okay, for this next thing, your arms are at a V, out, like this, palms forward. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to be moving from the shoulder, not the wrist, but we're going to rotate our palms out so they're facing the back wall and then forward, but we're moving from the shoulder. If you want, you can put your hands in loose fists so you're not so apt to use your wrists. So again, we're going to be moving from the shoulder out and then in. Again, at your own pace, you don't need to do it at my pace, but when your palms are out and then rotate them the other way, you'll notice that your scapula move. In this case, they're more extended, and in this case, they're flatter against your back. So we don't want to go real fast, but we are moving our shoulders and our scapula. And again, if you need to make that loose fist so you're not using your wrists. So we're doing both at once. And that's quite a workout on the shoulders. I think we've done enough shoulders for now. Oof. Okay, what have I got next? Okay, we're going to be standing at the wall. So I need to do some production work. So bear with me. Find your wall or your doorway. Doorways are actually good for this. We're going to be doing a couple of things at the wall. Okay, so we're going to start with the back bend at the wall, which we have done before. This is a bone builder, and it's a 40-second hold. We're standing with our back to the wall, a few inches away, maybe 3, in good posture to begin with. Everything's aligned, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, head. And our arms are going to come up, elbows as close to our head as possible, fingertips on the wall. And we'll be holding that for 40 seconds. So up we go. Now your chest should be expanded, but your hips should be back. So if you'll notice, that's what I'm doing is my hips are back, but my chest is expanded. And like I say, we're holding this for 40 seconds. I believe it's 30 seconds that they say will build your bones. So an extra 10 seconds, just to be sure. So this is a good one. It also works the upper back, if you'll notice. And that was 40 seconds. Come on down. And then we're doing the, are we doing, yeah, okay. Checking my notes. We're doing the spine twist at the wall. So we're familiar with this. Your side is to the wall. So if it's your right side, your right foot is forward, your left foot is back. Your elbows are at your waist, palms forward. And then we just rotate and put our palms on the wall. And again, we'll be holding this for 40 seconds. I try to make sure my palms are even and even with my shoulders. But it's whatever works for you. If you're more comfortable with palms up, a little bit higher, that's up to you. I personally think the best stretch is when they're even with your shoulders. You can also check out your manicure while you're doing this. Now, if you want, you can rotate your head from right to left in this position. I don't recommend going up and down. Okay. Now let's go the other side. So whichever side is closest to the wall, that foot is forward. In this case, it's left. Right foot back. Elbow at your waist, palms up. Rotate towards the wall, palms on the wall. Again, just make sure they're aligned. And that your back is straight. And like I've said, you can rotate as long as it feels okay. I like rotating my neck. Just it feels good for me. I tend to get a really stiff neck. And that's 40 seconds. Okay. Now, we are going to be doing a couple of things standing. So at this point, you can either be standing at your chair or you can still be standing at the wall. I'm actually going to move to my chair because we're going to be using the chair in just a minute for balance. So I need to shift some things here. So just bear with me. So I need my floor. We're going to be standing on one foot. So I need my floor. But for right now, we're going to be doing the knee rotation, or actually it's the hip rotation. So you can be standing at a wall, you can be standing in a chair. This is not a balance exercise. This is a hip exercise. So your foot, your leg is in front of you. You are hanging onto something. We're going to be rotating it to the side and to the front and to the side and to the front. So we'll be doing that for 40 seconds at your own pace. You can, I wouldn't suggest speeding up, but you don't have to keep pace with me. You can do it slower if you choose. I call this gate closed, gate open, gate closed, gate open. You can hang onto the wall or your chair. I find it better on the chair. And if you're feeling it right in your joint between your hip and your torso, that's where you're supposed to feel it. But wherever you're feeling it, just be aware that's a good thing. And that's 40 seconds. And now we'll do the other side, which means I've got to move my chair. You can just turn around. Knee up. Let me set my timer. Knee up. Okay, out and forward. Now notice my foot is parallel to the ground. I'm not stretching or flexing. We're just moving the knee front and side and front and side. Two seconds. And there we go. I like that one. That's a good hip flexor one. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to this side just because I think it's a better side. And we're going to do the heel lifts. And the heel lifts are, that's a better view. The heel lifts are going to be both sides. So we'll go up on our heels on the balls of our feet. And when we come back, we're going to pull our feet back. And then up again. And then back. So notice when I'm doing that, my hips go back. So again, 40 seconds at your own pace. Slow is good. Up on your toes, back on your heels. Up on your toes, back on your heels. Up and back and up and back. like this one, it stretches my calves. And this one stretches your ankles. So up and back, up and back. Good job. All right, that's 40 seconds. The next thing we're doing is balancing on one foot. So this is a balancing. So make sure you have something. You don't need to hang on to it, but make sure you have something to hang on to. We're going to do each side just 30 seconds. And let me find my 30-second timer. There it is. Okay, so start on whichever works for you. We start always in good posture. Feet facing forward, ankles, everything aligned. Make sure you've got your support. And here we go with 30 seconds. You can have your leg in front of you. You can have it hooked in front, hooked in back, bent back, lift in front, whichever. I suggest you look straight ahead at something stationary to help your balance. And stop talking. And that's 30 seconds. I have to focus. I have to stop talking. So now I'll do the other side. And again, your foot can be in front, supported, can be in the back, supported, can be bent in front, it can be bent in back. It's whatever works for you. So 30 seconds. Here we go. Okay, 30 seconds. Good job. All right. Now this is where the block comes in. We're going to do that psoas stretch move. So get your block. And it can be a thick book. It can be a heavy box, something you can stand on. So this is not a balance move. Make sure you've got something to hang on to. And we're going to do 30 seconds on this one. So we're just going to be standing and gently, slowly swaying our free leg. We're stretching out the psoas. So we'll be doing that for 30 seconds. So here we go. So you want to be swinging just gently and slowly. That's and letting gravity do the work here. This loosens up the hip. Okay, that was 30 seconds. We'll do the other side. With the other foot. Again, 30 seconds. So when I do this in my in-person class, I have to slow people down because they're swinging their leg. No, no, no. You don't swing your leg. You gently, I think of it as a pendulum, not even as fast as a clock, even slower than that. Just back and forth. Slowly but surely. And 30 seconds. Okay. So before we go back down to the mat, we're going to do one core thing. And I do suggest you hang on to something, although you don't have to. And that's the march with the knees up. We're going to do it for 1 full minute. So pace yourself. You don't need to go real fast. You can go as slow as you like. The idea is to bring your knees up though, and hang on to something. You can put you can't see my arms, but you can put your arms above your head. You don't have to hang on to something. It's up to you. So you can make it as hard or as easy as you want. So 1 minute, here we go. Knees up. And what I've learned is, well, this is a good rule of exercise. Whenever you're doing something like this, you want to be able to carry on a conversation while you're doing it. You don't want to be exerting yourself to the point that you're out of breath and you can't talk. Otherwise you become anaerobic and you're not using your body efficiently. So you want to be able to carry on a conversation with the person next to you or yourself or other people while you're doing things like this. That keeps you in the zone, as it were. So we've got 12 seconds left. And if you find yourself getting out of breath, slow down. So just, you can always talk to yourself, or sing to yourself, and we are done. Good job. So now we're going to go back to the mat. We've got a few minutes. We're going to do some back work. So you want to be prone on your front, in other words. So we're going to do the back bend. So you're on your front, your hands are at your hips. You might want to put something under your thighs or under your hips or wherever you might feel too tight on the floor, or the floor is too hard. I usually like putting something under my forehead because I don't like to squash my nose. What we'll be doing is we'll be coming up with our head, our shoulders, and our arms, heads in head ramping position. So you're looking directly at the floor. We're going to hold this position for 40 seconds and then come down. And when we do airplane, we're going to do the same thing. Only we're going to extend our arms out and then come down. So here we go. Let's see, 40 seconds. Here we are. Okay, so take an inhale to prepare and exhale. Come on up as far as is comfortable. Your palms are facing the ceiling. Your nose is facing the floor. And you should be able to breathe easily. If your lower back hurts, you want to lower your shoulders a little bit, or you can bring them up a little bit. So let's go ahead and take an inhale and exhale, come on down. Okay, good job. Now we'll do the airplane and go ahead. We start in the same position. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, come on up. Same position as before. Take another inhale to prepare. Exhale, arms out, palms facing the floor. And we're going to hold this position for a few seconds. Again, your head is in a head ramping position, so your nose is facing the floor. Your neck, the occipital ridge, is pointed towards the ceiling. Take an inhale and exhale, come all the way down. All right. Now let's do the thoracic back stretch. We haven't done that in a while, so I thought it'd be a good one. So your arms are at a T. Your head is either facing right or left. Doesn't matter what side you start on, but whatever direction your head is facing, you want to lift that leg. You can do anything you want with that leg as long as both your shoulders are on the floor. You're going to do that for 30 seconds each side. So go ahead and lift the leg, and you can cross it over. You can bend your knee, you can flex and point, you can rotate your ankle, wave it in the air like you just don't care. You can straighten it, lift it, bend it. And down it comes. And other side. Okay. Now lift that leg and do whatever. And bring it on down. Okay. Good job, guys. Let's go ahead and get ready for Yoga Nidra. Find a comfortable position. You can be lying down. You can be sitting, whatever works for you. If you are lying down, you might want to put something over your eyes. Maybe roll yourself up in a blanket. I'm going to lead you through a 61-point guided Yoga Nidra meditation. This works on your nervous system to balance your subtle energies and increase your mental harmony. It helps you to sharpen your concentration and shift your attention inward. So I will guide you to move your attention through internal points as I mention them. Allow your awareness to flow to these points without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms above your head. Stretch one side and then the other, and then both. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way, and then the other. Now take your right knee and hold it to your chest. Say, thank you, knee. I appreciate you. Take your left knee, or straighten that leg out first. And then take your left knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee. I appreciate you. And straighten that leg out. Now bring both knees in. Hold them to your chest and gently and slowly rock back and forth, feeling that massage on your lower back, your back organs. Feels good. It's like getting a back massage. And when you're ready, roll towards the camera in a fetal position, using your lower arm as support for your head. We're going to take our gratitude minute here. So just take a minute, rest. You did some good work today. Pat yourself on the back, figuratively. Should be proud of yourself. And think of 3 things you're grateful for. It's always nice to start the day with an attitude of gratitude. I'm grateful for you guys for helping me move today. And I'm grateful that we can move and that we're able to all move together. And when you're ready, come on up to a sitting position. I'm going to remove my spotlight. You might want to unmute yourself if you want. Yeah, I thought we lost Caitlin right away. We did. Hands to your heart. I want to thank you again for joining me today. And I hope you have a very peaceful rest of the day. So we'll end the class by saying to each other, Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
you. Thanks, Kathy.
See you all in a couple of weeks.